ด้วยนะครับ
Welcome to Chiang Mai and welcome to Chiang Mai Rajabhat University. During your stay in Chiang Mai, if you need any kind of support, please do not hesitate to let me know. We are really pleased to make your stay in Chiang Mai very fruitful and enjoyable. Ladies and gentlemen, may I start with a highlight of the collaboration between October 6 University and Chiang Mai Rajabhat University. We are proud to have many successful and concrete collaboration with October 6 that includes student exchange and student internship in the field of hospitality and tourism. Scholarship offered by October 6 University to the students of Chiang Mai Rajabhat University and the other universities. Chiang Mai Rajabhat University administrative and staff visit to October 6 University for the program of staff development, video conference classes of the military study, teaching from October 6 University to Chiang Mai Rajabhat University, and for today, the military study center that we call the October 6 University and their benefits. Because of this, the needs of the provide sufficient information to our students and our people can gain a better understanding the countries of the East in the diverse dimensions, and today the center is believed to become the pride of both universities and also the pride of all of us here. Regarding the success of this, I would like to express my deepest thanks to the Professor Dr. Sayed Tengsi Mahmud, the chairman of the
whenever we have conflicts, whenever we have disputes, arguments, it's only good talks that solves all the problems. Tonight is even more, not only talking, we are doing together on educational function. I call it, this is going to be education for peace, education for human peace, not only world peace. When we talk about world peace, it's in the air. But when we talk about human peace, it is real in our mind. First of all, may I say my thanks to our friends from the Middle East, Professor Mahmoud, Syed Ponsi, and friends whom I met last night, that I mentioned Dr. Syed Ponsi Muhammad's name because I just learned last night that he was the one who initiated this link between Thailand and Egypt. I've been thinking for some time, who really made this happen? I appreciate the idea. I commend the whole initiative that this is going to be very important, not only today, but for the long future of our relationship between Thailand and Egypt. And I thank Chiang Mai Rajabhat University for making this possible. I thank Professor Pineti and friends in our Ministry of Education for making this possible. And I thank the University Council. I thank all who are related this possibility that we start today. Ladies and gentlemen, may I say a few words of what we are facing in the world now. I know that in Egypt, where our dear professors are from, even in Thailand, Myanmar, ASEAN is not that really peaceful community yet. Similar to the Middle East, similar to, I don't want to mention the countries, a few, Egypt itself, Sudan, Yemen, and not lastly, Thailand. We are now facing the major problems of conflicts between people and the rulers, actually. When we talk about the ruler, there are only two kinds. One is what we call authority.
Developing its service as think tank for ASEAN and the Middle East affairs for the northern region in the future. That will be beneficial not only for the community, but also for business people and the public sector. I hope the Center will find recommendation viable and work towards fulfilling the goal. Your Excellencies, distinguished academics, participants, ladies and gentlemen, I'm pleased to be part of the journey of the October 6th University Center for Middle East Studies and ASEAN Community Library. From today, I wish the center will serve as a bridge connecting the two regions successfully. It is my anticipation to see greater flow of knowledge and mobility of people between our two regions. In conclusion, I would like to express my appreciation for the contributions of the October 6th University of Egypt and ambassadors of ASEAN countries and the academic communities of Yng Mai, Yราชภ University in making the success establishment of this important center. Thank you very much.
Dr. Professor Wupun Shamshin, Vice Minister of Education, Professor Dr. Paniti Latana Nakun, Deputy Secretary General, Office of the Higher Education Commission, Professor Dr. Wongla, President of Chiang Mai Ratchapat University, His Excellency Shamil Nasser, Ambassador of the Arab Republic of Egypt to Thailand, Her Excellency Datu Nazira Hussain, Ambassador of Malaysia to Thailand, His Excellency Hafiz Muhammad Salim, Ambassador of the State of Kuwait to Thailand, our respected diplomatic members to Thailand, respected university presidents, and respected members of CMRU Council, honorable guests, ladies and gentlemen. At the beginning of a new year, on behalf of October 6th University, and in my own name, I wish you all a prosperous and a very happy New Year 2012.
The second one, as the second person, please, Assistant Professor Dr. Dr. President of Chiang Mai Ratchapat University. I'd like to invite His Excellency Mr. Shamel Al-Fahid Nasser, Ambassador of Arab Republic of Egypt to Thailand.
and not to neglect changes in each region. The Middle East has a strategic importance due to its major resources and its geographic position at a crossroad for international trade. It covers the land area where Europe, Asia, and Africa meet. Thus, it is important for transport between Europe and Africa, between Asia and Africa, and can also be an important bridge between Europe and Asia. Southeast Asia is of global strategic importance. In addition to its economic importance and its natural resources, the strategic location of member countries contributes to the booming of ASEAN, which accounts nowadays for something like 6% of the world trade. Southeast Asia is very important, and it straddles over some of the busiest sea lanes in the world. The strategic importance of both regions makes it crucial to initiate a new stage of cooperation based on scientific and mutual comprehension that will only be achieved through study and research. Therefore comes the importance of the studies on the Middle East and of the center we are inaugurating today. I hope that the Middle East Studies Center will help students from Southeast Asia and academics to learn more about the Middle East and to shed light on the importance of initiating new partnerships between both regions. Thank you, and I wish to witness further cooperation between the two universities. I also wish success to the Middle East Studies Center and looking forward to future visits to Chiang Mai and to come again to this center. Thank you.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In the name of Allah, the Compassionate and the Merciful, His Excellency, Deputy Minister of Education, Dr. Wibun, the Honorable President of the Chiang Mai Rajpat University, the Honorable Dr. Said Tonsby, all my friends from the embassies in Bangkok, all my friends from embassy in Malaysia, and all distinguished guests, excellencies. Assalamualaikum, selamat pagi, swadika, swadi pimai, ni hao, manakam. We can cover all the languages, and of course we should try and learn all the languages. On this momentous morning, let me extend my heartiest congratulations to the organizing committee for their dedication and commitment in making today's event a reality. I would also like to echo the sentiments of our previous speakers from Egypt and from Thailand in connecting and commending the establishment of the October 6 University Center for Middle East Studies at this beautiful Chiang Mai Rajabhat University.
From time to time, the two regions has been exchange of views on how we can develop our common endeavors to establish, as what had been said by the Vice Minister of Education, on the possibility to encourage people to know each other, to know better on their cultural, social, and political development in the country. On bilateral relations between Indonesia and Thailand, as if I may inform you that we are encouraging to see that the bilateral development has been developing in so many sectors and aspects, including also on educational matters. More and more Indonesian students has been studying now in many universities in Thailand, and exchange of programs and also scholarship has been offering.
Community library. I'd like to invite Dr. Randy to receive the books for the library, and hopefully many more to come in the library. Mr. Rachan, Honorable Consul to Bangladesh. Honorary Consul to Finland. Dr. Chansiri Sudrong, Honorary Consulate of the Republic of Korea in Chiang Mai. Ambassador of the Arab Republic of Egypt in Thailand. I'd like to invite the head of international affairs as the representative of the Chiang Mai governor, Ms. Marlene. And finally, the most handsome man of the
October 6th. Sorry. Mind it.
I really want to thank you very much. Is it working?
Yeah, it's working.
I really want to thank you all very much for today, very important, the opening of the Middle East Study Center at Chiang Mai University in Thailand, which will be actually one of the big fame of Chiang Mai University, which I hope to see very soon. People from different parts of Thailand visiting the Middle East Study Center, not only from Thailand, but also from Iran, as His Excellency has explained to me yesterday about the 9 countries of the Union, of the 10 countries of the Union. Thank you very much for coming, and I really appreciate it. You're very, very welcome.
Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, may I just say these final words that this is the real opening of October 6th University Center for Middle East Studies. As I mentioned in my speech, I would like to say to you that this is not going to be the center for only Chiang Mai Ratchapat University and October 6th University alone, but we will be expanding the activities of education of the 2 universities into the activities of the 2 regions, meaning the ASEAN community and the Arab world. We would like to make this not only as national happening, but multinational happening. So this is going to be developed into the national center and international center for ASEAN and for the Arab world between our 2 regions. I thank you all very, very much. Thank you.
Thank you very much. In the Egyptian Museum, and it shows the boy in Tutankhamun. It goes back to about 1250 BC. He was too young at the time of death, and when we discovered his mummy in his tomb in Upper Egypt, that was in 1922, that's in Iraq. We were unable to get actual replicas. We tried several times, and they promised that they provide us with the actual monuments or replicas of actual monuments in a couple of years' time when things settle down a bit in Iraq. But when you look here, you'll find the most important find in the last 150 years in the site of Iraq. So these are exhibits not only in Iraqi museums, but in international museums. And some of the monuments have important place. And these are the monuments that were founded in the last 200 years. But we haven't forgotten the sites of Iraq, of Saudi Arabia. If you want to see heritage sites, that they are all on display in the gallery outside. So the museum is for us. The Saudi Arabia. When we look at them, and when we look at the date, you find that they are from the last century BC and the first century AD. And the date on these monuments are not as old as the Egyptian collection. But interesting to see that there were lots of relationship between the 2 countries, between the 2 civilizations, because they all believed in the resurrection. They believed in another life after death. They believed that from earth they came and to earth they go. It is fascinating how these different civilizations have things in common. Even when we come to Ireland, even if we study your religion, we find that basically the same, like the ancient Egyptian ones. And these ones are all ancient. As for the modern ones to be seen outside.
I really would like to thank you very much for the we need to talk about this country with the
see something from between the law and knowledge culture of the living. Because it's connected to the level of culture and we would like to see something of the knowledge culture. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Professor Adolfi, for pointing out the this is what you see when you look at the catalogs, when you look at the TV programs. Please move on this way. The goddess that you're looking at was the goddess of wind. And this is actually called Hathor, goddess Hathor. It goes back to the 15th century BC.
แนะนำเจอแล้วนะสบายครับผมครับสันกำแพง
My hometown is in Chiang Mai. I was born here myself.
Okay, very good. Thank you. So we are having dinner together, and we should be talking for about I might just about half an hour or 45 minutes, and then I would like to invite for your questions. Something we can have two-way talks, not only listening to me, but so we should exchange too.
Yes.
What kind of food do we have?
Thank you very much. This is my name also. On the other side is English.
Okay.
This way, please, and then we have a seat, and then we can talk.
Professor Dr. Adel Hammond, Dr. Said Kohari, my colleagues and friends, I would like to welcome you all to this dinner talk. My topic of talk tonight would be on, as you can see on the screen, education for peace. That is the theme that we would like to talk about tonight. And I would like to start with talk to you about the problem of the world that we are facing now. And I would like to relate about to have the new center, which is the initiative of Egypt and Thailand at this Chiang Mai Rajaphat University. We are having the opening ceremony tomorrow, and I would like to welcome you all, our dear guests from Egypt. And tomorrow we are having a few excellencies from some embassies from Bangkok to join us. And we are having the International Week here in Chiang Mai for a week, and would like to visit the International College, and in which a very rare institution in the north of Thailand. I have been teaching in Srinakarin Virod University for some years. I was in the International College of Mahidol University for some years as well. Besides, I work as the legislative researcher in the US Congress. I worked for half a year in the United Nations Centers for Regional Planning, and also most of my time till today I have been spending my time in politics. However, my interest is in foreign affairs as well as education. So, welcome you to Bangkok, Thailand, and to Chiang Mai and our country again for my dear guests from Egypt. The world today, we are now facing, I am sorry for what's happening now in Egypt and North Africa, even in the Middle East. And you would not be surprised that we are also facing the same problem here in Thailand. I have been talking to our Thai people on TV screens. I have made the summary of my talk. I still spend about 4 days, 4 evenings a week, talking about the solution to peace in Thailand. And I have written a book, Solution for Thailand. This is a new book, just been published in Thailand market during the past 4 months. And I'm sorry, professors, it's in Thai. And I hope one day if we have some experts on Arabic language, we could have it translated into your language. My talk tonight would be in regard to what I have written in this book as well. Most of the contents are related to the peacemaking here in Thailand. But tonight I would like to extend the content of my book into also international peace. But what we are going to start doing tomorrow, I think this is the real making of peace for the very, very long future. And this is going to be a very eternal peacemaking for Thailand and Egypt by starting this center in Yerachapat Chiang Mai University. Let me repeat again. We have been facing this problem for the past 30 years, not only in the Middle East, but in Thailand we have been facing this for the past 75 years after we changed from the monarchy regime into our constitutional monarchy regime. I'm reluctant to say that we are now in a democratic society. We are still not, and this is the question. When we lack of democracy, that means we lack of the people's power, we lack of the sovereign power of the people, we lack of liberty, we lack of equality, we lack of rule of law, we lack of fair and fruitful elections. What we are having, it is not really the system that we do not believe. It is not the system that we believe it would be a good solution for Thailand. That's why I would like to talk to you about this problem tonight. I'm so glad to read the newspaper this morning and yesterday in regard to our neighbor country named Myanmar. I am so envy for the president of Burma, Thein Sein. He really started the new policy saying that now they are looking forward for the reconciliation with the KNU, with all the minorities group in Myanmar. And besides, they are now starting to let go, to release all the political prisoners who have been detained in the country for so long. And I hope in a very short time in the future, there would be no accusation or nothing would be taken for the strong lady named Aung San Suu Kyi, who has just been released from almost, I do not know, about 30 years, have been detained in her own house. It made me look back to South Africa when we read, when we listen, when we watch TV programs about Nelson Mandela, who have been in captives, who have been in prison, who have been detained in prison for most part of his life. And when he was released, he won the election to become the president of South Africa. And
Your Excellency said that we can ask some questions after the talk. First thing, I would like to make it clear that October 6 University is a university that stands as symbolic for peace and end of war with our neighbors. It's a symbol, it's really a symbol of end of war and the beginning of peace with our neighbors. This is the meaning of October 6th University. Your Excellency talked also about the union, the union of 7 countries between 9 countries between Thailand and other neighboring, ASEAN. If Your Excellency can give us an idea about the way of how you ensure the continuity of this union, especially in education. Does Thailand look forward to extend its education programs beyond the frontiers of Thailand to the neighboring countries as a leadership in this area, as we are?
Okay, one more big smile, please.
Okay, 1, 2, smile. Smile. Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much, everyone.